I'm Cabot, Phillips with Campus Reform. Tonight, President Trump is giving a speech at the southern border where many people expect him to announce a state of emergency. What do students have to say about that state of emergency, and what would their solution be for the border crisis? Let's find out. President Trump wants a border wall along the Mexican border in the south. What's your take on that idea?
I think that it is an un-American idea.
I think it's a little ridiculous. I think it's a little bit of a show.
I think about like midterms and the way that people voted. I'm not sure this is really the will of the people, but I think it's important to preserve human rights on the southern border, no matter what.
How does a wall violate human rights, though?
I don't think that any wall is going to stop migration from coming into the U.S., and it will only open other illegal channels to try for illegal immigrants.
I personally am against the wall. I think it seems like an overly expensive and underly effective waste. I think it's too much money for too little effectiveness.
President Trump is going down to the border tonight.
Yes.
He's giving a speech. Expectations are that he's going to declare a state of emergency at the border. What's your thought on that idea?
I think it's, in short, an abuse of his power to declare that it's a state of emergency.
It's very clear that this is an national emergency. This is not a crisis. We've had mayors from El Paso, Texas, in that area, in that southern border region, that are saying, there's no crisis here. This is one of the safest cities in America.
I don't know that I think it's a state of emergency in terms of it's not any worse today than it was a few months ago.
The southern border crisis is something that President Trump has manufactured himself.
I don't think that the border situation is an emergency.
I don't think it's justified. I don't think that they are creating any damage to the U.S. or to U.S. citizens.
What would you say is a bigger emergency facing America, the border crisis or President Trump's administration?
I believe that it is his administration and his lack of ability to lead and to understand.
I would say President Trump for me.
And what makes you say that?
So for me, it's about international prestige in a lot of ways. I feel like the president really represents us internationally. So I think it's important to have somebody who conducts themselves in a certain kind of way.
Would you say that President Trump or the border crisis is a bigger emergency facing America?
I would go for President Trump, and I feel safe to say that in Washington D.C.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say Donald Trump's presidency is in critical condition.
Okay.
Yeah.
And would you say it's a state of emergency for the country?
Yeah, definitely.
What would you like the border to look like? What do you think we should do if not a wall?
I think that we have taken the decision of creating a North American region. I think that was already decided since 1994. I think that...
But the U.S. is a separate country. It's not just North America. There's Canada and there's Mexico in there.
Yeah, of course. But precisely, it's a region, and we have decided to become more and more integrated, and we have decided to strengthen our ties as countries. And
I think it makes a lot of sense to have it be as open as it is, if not more open, and have people be able to legally work here and then go back if they want to go back, or if they can stay here if they want to stay here. But I would say more open.
I see a moral imperative to welcome in the stranger. Now, I would say that I would probably try and change our emphasis in welcoming and loving those people who are so disadvantaged and underprivileged that they feel the need to seek asylum in the United States.
I'm Cabot Phillips with Campus Reform. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, click right here for more content like that, and click right here if you would like to subscribe to be the first person to see all of our new videos. Please click them. Just click one of them. You don't have to do both. Just pick one of them. Okay, thanks.